As you can see here on Saddleworth Moor, the fire is still going and it doesn't show signs of letting up anytime soon. Hundreds of emergency services are still working away on this effort and are battling away in the heat constantly. I spoke to those dealing with one of the largest wildfires in Manchester's living memory.
We've got a rotating shift of 30 soldiers providing support to the fire and rescue service for as long as they need it on a daily basis. It's not safe to put fires out when it goes dark, so they'll stand down at last light tonight and then be on the hill again at 4 o'clock in the morning when it gets light again. You put it out and it lights again, so you've got to make sure that it's put out properly. And because you can be engulfed and surrounded with it, clearly you've got to work in teams and you've got to be vigilant, and they've got to make sure that they're very controlled and they don't take any risks.
We've got a combination of firefighting tactics in place at the minute, so we've got some helicopters who are actually dipping into the reservoir behind me. They're using buckets underslung under the helicopter to drop water on certain areas. We've got crews from the Army and the fire service using what are called fire beaters to beat the soil, and then we've got some other firefighters with water backpacks actually spraying water onto the affected areas, so there's numerous tactics being deployed.
As the fire enters its 10th day, the affected area has grown to almost a 4-mile radius.
We've got relief wagons behind us, canteen wagons, so we are rotating the crews on a regular basis, and we've had loads of support from Tesco's and different agencies that have come and actually provided water and supplies to us, and we've got our own Salvation Army, who are a charitable organisation which is providing supplies for us.
Providing support with water and food is the fire service's own Salvation Army.
We're doing basic food: corned beef, tuna, cheese sandwiches, hot dogs, chili dogs, tea, coffee, soup. Very basics, just to meet the physical needs of the firefighters, because in winter it's freezing, they need warm drinks. In summer like this they need cold drinks, and lots of them to keep them fit. But it's just a case of giving the guys a chance to get away from the front line, come back, relax, have a cup of tea, bit of a laugh, bit of banter, and then when they go back into it, they're more ready to deal with it. They can get their heads around what's happening, and it eases the whole process of coming to terms with what can be a very difficult situation.
They've trained together and they work well together, and so the banter's good. The troops like this sort of stuff, and we train for it. It's not our primary role, but when we call on to do it, we do it really well.
I mean, collaboration between organisations is always great. We've got GMP looking after the road for us, trying to use it into a one-way system. We've got several fire and rescue services here. We've got Greater Manchester, Cheshire, Lancashire. We've got Derbyshire working on separate incidents over and away. We've got MWAS, the Heart team, here to support us. And we've actually got local farmers and landowners with their own sort of water bowsers who are also mucking in, as well as the armed forces. So yeah, there's been a real collaboration approach to the incident.
This is real life. This is dealing with people with a situation, and it's working with some of the best men and women I've ever come across. You know, people who literally, the old adage is when something catches fire, people run away from it, they run towards it. And you've got to be special, and believe you me, the guys who've been working up here, including the military, they're special people.
Between the Winter Hill and Saddleworth Moor fires, over 2,000 hectares of moorland has now been destroyed, and crews really are working at full capacity. Charlie Smith, Saddleworth Moor, Manchester.